I am so excited. Can you believe this is the last day of the challenge? Oh my God, the last. This is it. You're never seeing me again. I'm just so proud of each and every one of you for these 30 days and for showing up for yourselves as boldly and as beautifully as you have. No matter when you came in, whether you're started on day one, you started a week ago, a day ago, 3 weeks in, you showed up. Don't stop. Keep it going. And really, really keep it going and prove to yourself that you can do anything. And that's why we did this 30-day challenge. And if you didn't, and I would love for you to complete the survey to see if you want more of these, what you got from it. Any feedback is always welcome. I'm a big proponent of having your input, obviously, because I created it for you. So today, what we are doing is really answering all the questions that got sent in for this live Q&A. And so everything, and I wanted to do a recap here of everything that we've done so far in the challenge. One, we learned about goal setting, and we learned about how to properly set goals so that you can achieve them. We learned about how to eat for your body, how to eat to really understand your hunger and to connect to your body, what are optimal foods for fuel, and how to reframe your relationship with your body and with food and with healthy eating. We learned about habit stacking. We learned about psychological anchors. We learned about how to reprogram your mind. We learned about how to manifest in 3 simple steps. We learned about reprogramming our mind and how to do that in combination with our identity to shift our identity to be that next level version. We learned about how to properly vision and create a morning routine that serves you and how to have a powerful nightly routine that serves you as well. We covered how to dress for your body type as it's changing and how to dress for your body to elevate your elegance and your confidence. We also learned about confidence and how to own your confidence powerfully. We learned about movement, especially after the age of 40, and what are optimal movements for your body to not only release weight, to balance your hormones, for longevity and for brain health, and how I specifically train. We also learned about supplements, proper supplements and supplementation, and why it's so important to supplement and how to actually eat to support your body in your health and wellness goals. We also learned about why your body is the portal for all creation and manifestation. We've done a lot in 30 days. This could have been a full-on course. This is all for you, and it's in the playlist called Next Level You Challenge. And in there, you can get caught up on all of the videos that you've missed. I also did a bonus masterclass for you guys where I went through the 3-step framework to create and embody the next level you, the version of you. 3 simple steps. I also created an opportunity for you to stay in this energy, and it's the Limitless VIP All-Access Pass. It ends today. It is only $66 for you to actually stay in accountability, support, community, to be around other like-minded women, to have me by your side to support you. So if you're liking this challenge, don't stop here, guys. Keep the momentum going, no matter when you came into it. And that is available to you. It ends tonight. It's $66. The first 3 people to join also get a one-to-one session with me. It's our body breakthrough next level activation session. And this is a 30-minute, it's highly potent. I do energy, I'm an intuitive, and it supports you in really getting to where you want to be. And those first 3, so our team has that. That's a bonus that we are doing. Why do we do bonuses? Because I want to put your ass in action, guys. It's enough of the freebies and enough of the staying stuck and enough of the same stories. In order to change, we have to take action. And that means knowing that you're worthy and deserving and investing in yourself. And that's why I'm making Limitless so easy and accessible. And you can, trust me, you can afford it. It's made to be so affordable. And so just look at, what you're investing in. But we would love to have you. The community's amazing, and the time is now. So let's go. And where can you be 3 months from now, 1 month from now? And if you don't like it, you could just leave. You know what I mean? I know you'll love it, but I'm just saying it's truly saying to the universe, I'm investing in me, I'm serious, and I'm ready for my next level. And you don't want to half-ass it or baby step your way there. And guys, we can't do it from the same consciousness that brought us here. And we're not meant to go at it alone. We actually need to be guided by somebody who's on the other side, who has done what you want to do, who's also, I'm always sharing with you guys in process as I'm going to my next level. I always take you with me, right? Because we're all going higher all the time. We're going to that next level. And you wouldn't be here if you weren't self-growth oriented. And you wouldn't have signed up for a next level you challenge if you weren't wanting your next level. So if you keep waking up with that anxiety in your stomach, if you keep getting woken up in the middle of the night, the same hour, this is your soul saying, hey, it's time to live the life that we came here to live. And if you know that you have achieved a lot, but you're not feeling fulfilled, right? If you know that that you're meant for more, but you're not doing it. And if you get frustrated watching everybody else pass you by and you're in comparison, then it's your time. All of these are signs that it's your time, right? That it's your time, and that you're done being the people pleaser, that you're done putting everybody else's needs ahead of your own, that you're sitting there and you're feeling like you've been stuck the past so many years. It is your time to rise. And it can only happen by you actually taking that first step. And trust me, the universe will come to meet you. It always does. So I wanted to answer, we got so many questions sent in, and I really wanted more time to engage with you guys versus just teaching or just kind of teaching on one point and things like that. I know that's always helpful, but I find it really helpful to be able to answer questions, because if you have a question, then that means, somebody else does too. In this challenge, I also talked about how much protein to have for a woman, how to get more protein into your diet, how to set yourself up for a successful week. We talked about how to sleep better. So I answered a lot of questions. So I put a lot of time into today, making sure that I'm not going back over things that you already heard, that I'm actually answering the new questions as well. So we went through how to feel more confident. Got you, girl. Audrey, how to love myself when I feel like there are things I still want to change. So I answered that before, but that was in here repetitive a few times. So what I always share is you want to be in a space of loving yourself when you know there are things you still want to change. It's going, I accept myself. I accept myself, and I'm going to celebrate myself. And I also am excited for where I'm going. It's a reframe. I appreciate and accept who I am. And I think that I'm amazing. And I love all of this about me. And I'm also super excited about where I'm going, right? Because that's also, it's the same thing when weight fluctuates. Your weight doesn't mean anything about you. And if your worthiness is attached to your weight, as I shared mine was for a long time, because I got so much validation when I released the weight, so much, all of a sudden people that I'd wanted to, see me and acknowledge, and all of a sudden my weight was what got their attention. And so of course I went chasing that for like a decade, and anytime I would put on a few extra pounds and I would feel, not quite as getting the same level of comments, I'd be like, nobody commented about how good I looked. Nobody, right? And then I went into, of course, like disordered eating, and I was not happy. I was outsourcing my worth and outsourcing my happiness to something, and losing sight of the value that I had for being me. And most of all, everyone's just a mirror to you. So the minute that I slipped into self-rejection, well, then the world reflected that back to me. So always know that you hold the key. You hold all the power to how the world sees you. It's up to you. So I would highly want to invite you to do what I taught called mirror work. And mirror work is standing in front of the mirror, very, very close, not far away. Like, so you really have to be with yourself. It's almost like those exercises. If you guys have ever gone to a retreat, a self-growth seminar or something, and they'll have you stand and have to stare into somebody else's eyes and not break away, and sit in the discomfort of just letting somebody really take you in, and right, and like stuff comes up because you're like, okay, this is uncomfortable, but it's, why are you uncomfortable? Like, what is it? What is it that are you afraid that if they see you, they won't like you? So you're doing that though with yourself in front of the mirror. And this is your soul's recognition of its counterpart within yourself, right? And so what I encourage people to do is stand in front of the mirror and really take yourself in, and do it in your underwear, and then get to a point where you can do it naked and see yourself with nothing but the eyes of love. And one prayer that was downloaded to me when I had my spiritual awakening and really reconnected to my faith and God was, I heard this beautiful prayer that always stayed with me, and I share it with all the women in my community. I want to share it here. God, may I love you as you love me. May I love me as you love me. May I see me as you see me. May I speak only loving words. May I hear only loving thoughts. And may I only be love to myself and to others. And may I be and walk in the likeness of you in all ways for all days. And so whether you believe in God, the universe, source, and Mother Nature, whatever, put that in place. But it's really saying, may I see through the eyes of unconditional love as the whole, the oneness that you bore me to be in all my magnificence. Remind me, reset me back to who my soul was, whole and complete, before I ever thought I was less than, essentially, is what we're saying, right? That alone will just have you see yourself differently. But mirror work is profound. It is the most healing thing. I learned it from one of my earliest mentors, Louise Hay, and I will forever attribute her to it. And then I took it and put my own spin on it, and I've had it as a part of our programs. It is one of the most profound things for inner child healing, nervous system regulation, and reconnecting to your levels of worth and self-love within yourself. And how I tell people to do it is, you will notice that you will stand in front of the mirror, you will want to laugh, you will be like, I'm not doing what that girl told me to do. Your ego will come in and will go, I see you, I accept you, I love you. Like, right, like you will do everything to not want to do it. You will find all the ways to not have time for it. You will laugh. And then when you finally do it, more times than not, you will cry. And one day, and you won't even believe when you're saying, you're beautiful and I love you. But one day you will. And you will feel it in every ounce of your body. And it will be the most profound love and connection to yourself. And that's when you know that you have truly connected and really fallen in love with yourself. And it's profound. I remember it like it was yesterday. It took me like 6 months. And then one day I went up to the mirror and I was like, you're so beautiful. And I was like, and I started like crying, and I was like, I do think I'm beautiful, like, but it took 6 months. I was all in. And that's how you do it. You appreciate where you are and you have full faith in where you're going, but you have to love you now, because you never know what tomorrow brings. You just don't. And the worst is to not appreciate who you are and all you have, because you're putting off loving you until what? And FYI, that's another thing that I just talked about in yesterday's live. When we say things like, I'll love me when I lose the weight. I'll love me when I look like this. I'll love me when I have the clothes, the body, the baby, the ring on my finger. You're just telling the universe, don't give me happiness. Don't give me those things. I'm actually telling you I don't want them. And I'm telling you that I can't be happy until. So now you're just future. You're actually, there's my microphone. Did you guys just hear that? Your future, you're actually putting off the things that you want, and you're giving a direct command to the universe, like, don't do that yet. Like, I don't want it. And that's the opposite, right? So really watch your words and watch your energy. Okay, the next one. We went through how much protein. I also shared with you guys about fasting and my thoughts on that, so I'm not going there. Okay. So I thought this was a great question. about, and I want to make sure, Katrina, what should I be eating at 47 to support my body as I go from perimenopause to menopause? So the number one thing that you want to focus on is protein. Protein, protein, protein. You want to eat your protein first on your plate. Don't go for your salad. Don't go for your fruit. Don't go for the carbs. Eat protein first and bulk up on protein. Ideally, you want 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. And you want to focus on real whole foods. The less genetically modified or chemically processed, the better for your body. That goes without saying, but especially with perimenopause and menopause, because those are hormone disruptors. Not only is perimenopause and menopause hormone disrupting, but having foods that are genetically modified and chemically processed disrupt our hormones. Many of them have seed oils, which seed oils are proven to be worse than smoking, like a pack of cigarettes a day. So really not good. And a lot of seed oils are in a lot of genetically modified foods, things in bags and boxes, soy that's turned into, spare ribs, like a soybean that's turned into spare ribs. So a lot of meat products that are frozen dishes. Just look at those and really understand. So they are filled with a lot of chemicals and sodium, and all of that will disrupt your hormones. So the more that you can go to clean eating, that's why I just subscribe to clean eating. It's kind of like the answer for everything. It takes a lot of guesswork out. This is also, I'm leaving for Italy tomorrow, and when you go there, there are not food dyes and things. There are not, your wine, you're not hungover. They're not in barrels with chemicals for additional flavoring. Meat it's grass-fed. It's not being fed all these things so that it's, like for instance, we give corn to pigs to get fat. Corn is most foods in the supermarket that are not good for you have corn as a part of them. Well, corn just turns into sugar that gets stored up as fat on the body. That's why it's also the cheapest, and why it's in so many inexpensive, chemically processed foods. Like I said, corn is given to pigs to get fat. That includes popcorn, the pop cakes, the this and the that, where it's like, but isn't that healthy? Like, no, really, like, no. Corn is given to pigs to get fat, and oats are given to horses to gain weight at a rapid pace. Why we would ever think that oat milk would be supportive in releasing weight or just feeling good in general, you're drinking a starch. It makes no sense. It's like putting wheat in a blender and being like, swallow this as a drink and see how good you feel. Like, it just does not make any sense, especially barista blends that have 3 times the amount of fat, sugar, and syrups. You're not doing any favors. So again, going back to clean is going to be really helpful, because all of those things, what they do is they disrupt your hormones. Go for real whole foods closest to their natural state. Cook at home more times than possible, and eat things that are rich in lean protein, high in omegas, avocados, really good olive oil, chia seeds, hemp seeds. Berries are highest in antioxidants, high in fiber and low in sugar. All blueberries, blackberries, raspberries, strawberries. All berries are great. Pomegranate seeds are wonderful. Obviously, salmon, walnuts. Again, but we want nuts not rolled in sugar and caramelized. Really, guys, we just want to get down. Soy is great, but soy on its own, not soy turned into, pork. Like a pork tasting like brisket, like a soybean that needs to then taste like brisket, not doing any favors. And also, again, really looking at where you're getting your fats from. So salad dressings, guys, honestly, make your own. Olive oil, balsamic vinegar, salt and pepper. I make salads for my family all the time, and they're like, what do you do in this dressing? And I'm like, this is hysterical. And my mom taught me, forever ago. And no matter what, without fail, even people in my family that hate salad and love Thousand Island and creamy ranch on their salads, they are always like, your salads are the best. Like, what do you put in this? What is this dressing? And I'm like, it's balsamic vinegar with olive oil, a little sea salt and pepper. Like, I'm not doing, and you guys who have my cookbook know I like to look like a superstar. I like things that taste great, but I'm about simple, quick, and delicious. All right, so that is the rundown on menopause. Okay, the next question that I got, oh, I love this one. But it was great because she's like, the number one goal that you have was like self-love, wellness, vitality, peace, restorative sleep, 100 things. So here's what I wanted to say. More than anything, pick one thing and work on that. So for everybody in here that wrote me 100 things that they wanted to do in this 30 days, that's why you're not actually getting to where you want to be. One, you think 100 things are wrong with you. Two, you don't actually feel like you have control over it because you're putting too much on your plate and you're telling yourself that all of this needs to get fixed. Well, pick the one thing. And that's what I talked about on day one. There is one goal that's going to move the needle on all the others. My health, I knew, was that one goal because it would bring me home to myself. I would have to repair this relationship because I had to connect. And when I say my health, I'm talking about not forcing myself to work out, not depriving myself, restricting and dieting. I'm talking about actually committing to healing my relationship with myself, with food and my body, so I could get out of crazy food thoughts, so I could actually come home to myself, so I knew what my body needed to eat. And because of that, at age 47, I have maintained the same weight. Yes, sometimes I fluctuate 5 pounds. I don't have a thyroid. I don't like to attribute it to that, but like I will go up in 5 pounds. But like I lost my mom this year. I had a boot on and couldn't work out for almost 4 months. My weight didn't change. And it's not that I like walk around eating air. Like I love food, and I love dessert. I mean, God, you guys see me. I love dessert. I knew that I wanted something that would be sustainable, but I knew that I had to repair this. I knew I wanted to be able to travel anywhere and not be a psycho or feel bad in my body or be judging myself. And, there are times where, I'm like, where I feel like I'm on top of my game a bit more, right? And there's other times where I'm like, I got 5 pounds, like I'm good. But like, it has no bearing on me or my happiness. And my clothes, like some will get a little bit tighter. I'm like, yes, I can feel it, but like, it doesn't mean anything to me. I don't care because I know I love me and I'm amazing. That's what I wanted to focus on. So I knew that focusing on my health was going to be the lever, the one thing that would support me in all areas, because then I could show up powerfully in the work that I wanted to do in the world, the impact that I wanted to make. I knew I could show up grounded in my worth so I could express myself, so I could be the type of woman and leader and sister and aunt and daughter and friend and lover, like all the things I wanted to be, but I needed to be with me. So I knew that was. So for everybody that had 100 things, I wanted to make sure, pick one. There's one on your heart and take the pressure off, and then just prove to yourself that you can do that one thing for yourself. And when our ego says, but everything needs to change, that means you're in disconnection, because there's only 2 human emotions, love and fear. And when we're in disconnection, that means that we're operating from fear, which means we're in overwhelm, anxiety, not enoughness, lack, self-rejection. And so if you're in that place, then that's what needs to clean up, because it's not about the weight. It's not about perimenopause. It's not about the relationship. It's not about any of it. Worthiness is everything. Your worthiness directly impacts your wealth, your weight, everything, the way that you show up. So work on that and understand the rest is just noise. The rest is noise. The next question was, and this was great, confidence to go for what I want and getting out of procrastination. Girl, I love, and I wanted to say this. Amanda, so Getting out of procrastination, by the way, guys, is just a delay tactic that your mind set up. Your ego is nothing more than human constructs. It's your mind has now created the ego, right? The ego. So let me break this down. The mind is set up for survival. It only knows what you've taught it. That's it. You are not your mind. You are not your thoughts. You're not even like, you're a thinker of your thoughts, but please don't make your thoughts you. You are not any identities that you don't want. Hold on to the ones that you want, throw the rest away. You don't need them. You get to decide right now today that you are successful, that you take action. So getting out of procrastination is simply, we just stay stuck. We tell ourselves we're stuck. We tell ourselves we're procrastinating, and then we're actually giving a direct command to our mind to stay stuck and to procrastinate. When we are in the pattern of procrastination, the fastest way to get out of it is to actually do one bold action. Take one bold action. Move your energy, get out of the space that you're in, and commit. I'm going to do this one thing today. And there's a great book called Eat the Frog, which talks about doing the thing that you don't want to do the most first to get it out of the way, to prove to yourself, like, I did this one thing. This is the main thing I need to do tomorrow. It's the one thing that I'm going to procrastinate and do everything against. And that's the one thing that I'm going to do. I'm going to put a timer on, I'm going to commit, and I'm just going to do it. And when you start training yourself, we're animals by nature, and we train ourselves to start responding that way, that will be what you start to do. Now, what about procrastination though is we just need to actually speak into the beast and be like, I totally see myself in procrastinating right now. But the truth is, I can't get to where I want to go if I actually never do anything. So I'm feeding a negative narrative that isn't serving me. So stop waiting for the confidence, because her next question was, I need confidence to go for what I want. No, you just need to claim confidence. See, everybody believes I'm going to get the confidence once the money comes in, once the clients come, once the business comes, once I post and the following's there, then I'll have confidence. No, you get confidence through reps. See, I didn't just start off going, I'm the best coach in the world. I started off going, I know I'm really good at this, and this is what I'm being called to do. And in doing it, I got better and better and better and better, right? I was talking about this in my reinvention program. I was like, I remember when I first started and I was like, I need an hour because it's deep work and I definitely need an hour with each person. I could do that same level of work in 15 minutes and be just as confident in what I can provide because I know what I do. I also have now been doing this. I'm very aware. I'm like, right? I've taken my skill as an intuitive, as a master coach, as a master hypnotherapist, subconscious reprogramming, cellular healing, tying all of this in. I am now so confident, even coming out to the world as an intuitive. I was like, well, yeah. And my clients were like, Melissa is like our favorite. Like, why don't you talk about it more? And I was like, well, I mean, I don't like, and now I'm just like, yeah, I'm a world-renowned intuitive. People like hire me from all over because they just want to do like a reading with me. I know what I can do. I know what happens. And I know that I can pick up on energy fissures and I can sit there and confidently say, this happened to you at age 6. What happened here? We've got to fuse this energy. This is where your identity splintered off. I know that I can actually get on a call and right away get a download and be like, oh, this is why this illness is in your body. This is what needs to happen to clean it up. These are the things they're telling me are coming in right now. I can look at when your heart got blocked, when you shut down, when this, I am very confident in all of that, but I didn't start that way. So we want to actually just claim confidence now. I talked about this in my stories yesterday on Instagram. If you guys don't follow me, definitely follow. Claim because I can do stories there and I can't do them yet on YouTube. This is why I need to get to 100,000 subscribers so I can start doing stories so you can see what I'm doing. Claim confidence. So if you haven't, subscribe, please. I'm like, there's no shame in my game. I'm like, can you guys subscribe? Subscribe. Tell everyone to subscribe. Give me some super likes. I'm like, I would just so appreciate. So confidence, claim it now. Own it now. Stop putting it off. You have a story, Amanda, that confidence is going to come from blank. I can't do blank. I'll get confident when? When what? What's your when? Everybody, what's your when? And replace the when with now. Because all you're doing is saying to the universe, I can't feel confident until I have this. So the universe is like, just have her think she's really insecure until this happens. It's just taking your direct command. Remember, the universe only responds to your energy and your frequency and your dominant vibration. It's not God. It doesn't decipher between, well, this is really what's on her heart. No. So you have to do that. And the best way to really stay, and I talk about this all the time, it's discipline. My discipline is what gives me my freedom to go to Italy and to be in a bikini on a boat in 2 days. My discipline is what had me be bikini ready a week after my mom's funeral to head to, or a week, well, it was like several weeks later, to meet my cousin. And we went to, anyway, point is, it's my disciplines. It's my discipline with my habits, with the way that I eat. It gives me freedom to feel good, freedom to not be caught up in the storm of the mind and the negative vibration that comes from, but you didn't do. And that just means you're giving your mind power over you, and you're making your mind and your ego a dominant authority, when you really want to look at it and understand, why would we give our ego and our mind dominant authority when it's only programmed to keep us exactly where we are? And it's only feeding us the programs that are keeping us stuck, because that's the program we keep feeding it. So when you start telling your mind, if any and all things are possible, what would I love? Boom. You're now open to potentiality and possibility. When you start saying, I am successful. I am confident. I take action, bold action each day. That's who I am. That's who I be. The mind's like, oh, okay, well, then we're going to back that up. It has no feelings. It's just backing you up. It's like Google. It's taking a direct command from you. So that's how you get out of procrastinating. And that also answered Maria's question about stopping procrastinating and coming back to old habits, going back to old patterns of behavior. Guys, you're never going back. And when you say that, understand that it's not physically, like, we can't go back to who we've been. What that means and tells me, if you're reverting back to patterns of behavior, it means that you haven't actually cemented in the new identity. And that's why I have our identity shifting workshop. If you want that, it's on my Shopify storefront. You can join our workshop. If you really want to get out of this and be done, join Limitless. That's what we do. Limitless Academy. That's exactly what we do. It's about upgrading mind, body, soul, spirit. It's life, mind, body mastery. It's reprogramming the mind and stepping into your next level. That is what Limitless is about. You have an invitation until tonight to get it for like 80% off. So that's going back to old patterns. And I will put the link below. And if you want Limitless, and for those of you, as of this morning, my team and I, we opened 3 bonus spots where you would get a one-to-one with me, and you already heard what I can do in those. Okay, I did that. How to stop comfort eating in the evening. Jamie, great question. Something that I shared is create kitchen hours, and really have a definitive where the kitchen's closed by 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock. 2, look at what your patterns of behavior are. If we're animals by nature, if your pattern of behavior is, I eat while I'm watching television, then every time you sit on that sofa, your mind's going to go, well, go get something to eat. And it gets really hard as the day goes on. We no longer have the same discipline that we woke up with, right? It starts waning, we get tired, we're this. So start to really look at creating a powerful nightly practice, a nighttime routine. And if you notice that you comfort eat, often what I find is really, really supportive is having something warm at night. What you're really wanting is to feel like that safety, that comfort, that love. So whether and that doesn't mean, trust me, I've had thousands through our Weight Loss for Life program. Love Your Body, Lose the Weight. It didn't matter how happily married, they'd still come and they'd find their way to have that snack when, no one's there, or their kids went to bed, their husband went to bed. It doesn't mean that it doesn't mean that you're single when I say this, and it could be, but to stop comfort eating, there's 4 questions. Ask yourself, am I really hungry right now? What's going on in my life right now? Is food going to serve me or hurt me? And what can I do instead? Am I really hungry right now? When we're hungry at night, no. Am I really hungry right now? Especially if you keep getting up and just looking in the fridge and cabinets, but you go, I don't know what I want. That's not true hunger, guys. That's just you wanting to do something because you're bored and you're restless. And more times than not, you're not actually wanting to have to do the things that you know you should do. And you're not ready to go to bed yet because you don't want to wake up because you're not actually excited by your life the next day. And so you're putting it off and you're trying to find other ways to experience joy. And in our culture, a lot of it has to do with drinking, right? Scrolling on your phone, buying things, eating. So when you're left to your own devices at night and it's like, oh, but I know I should go to bed, but I don't really want to. And that just feels like more work, or telling myself I have to do something. So instead, ask yourself, am I really hungry right now? No. What's going on in my life right now? Identify what's really going on. I'm lonely. I'm bored. I'm not really like lit up by my life. I don't know the last time I did something fun. I don't know the last time I laughed, right? Like you'll get an answer. And more times than not, it's you with you. Or this conversation with my partner's bothering me, or we got in an argument and I just want to like feel better, or I'm really nervous about something. So now we're getting in touch with it instead of just pacifying it with food, and then you just end up beating yourself up over the food. So then you actually never get to the root of what was really bothering you, because then you're redirected to thinking it was about the food. And now you're going to beat yourself up about what you just ate, when in reality, what you really needed to do is find out what was really going on underneath that was causing the discomfort, where you were needing to feel safe and want the comfort. So you're going to ask yourself, am I really hungry right now? No. What's going on in my life right now? Identify. 3, is food going to serve me or hurt me? Is that really going to help me? No. What could I do instead that would, and I guarantee when you get to that 4th, if you take the time to do this, those 4 questions are so powerful. We have a refrigerator magnet that we used to sell in my store, or we used to sell online, to have people like put on their fridge to ask those 4 questions, because it will do a pattern interruption and like completely support you. So once you ask that, then you just say, okay, what could I do instead? Well, what I really need is, I really want things to be better with my partner. So I should just call them or go talk to them. I'm really worried about my child right now. I'm concerned. I'm just bored in my life. So what could I do? Well, I should probably make plans, make some friends. I'm just feeling really lonely, right? So you start to put things in place. What could you do right now? I could go for a walk and get out of being sitting with myself. I could maybe call somebody and plan a walk and talk. I could get on the phone with a friend, a sibling, my parent, right? Connection is often what will support you. And to dive even deeper, I also talk about 2 types of cravings: head cravings and heart cravings. And I guide you guys through an exact process for that. If you want that, go into my videos here on YouTube. If you put in cravings, I actually walk you through how to heal food cravings and the difference between a heart craving and a head craving, and where they actually come from, what foods you will find yourself craving, and what it is that you're really needing. So kitchen hours are great. Creating a nightly routine is good. Having a beautiful warm tea, one of my favorites. There's this cinnamon tea that I love. It's on my Amazon storefront, because I can never find it, and I can only find it on Amazon. And I've had my clients get it. It's like really, really cinnamon sweet. It's just so delicious. You don't even need to add anything. Licorice tea is really good too if you want something sweet. Peppermint diffuses cravings. Fennel diffuses cravings. As well as ginger and lemon. So those are great. Another thing that I like to do if I want something sweet, I always tell my clients, make like a protein hot cocoa. Get a tablespoon of raw cacao, a cup of almond milk, just plain almond milk, unsweetened. Sweeten it with some stevia and add half a scoop of a chocolate protein powder. Don't do an egg white, because it'll actually like turn into like egg in the microwave. But then you're gonna blend it and then heat it up, and it will be this frothy, delectable protein hot chocolate that will kind of squelch those extra cravings. And it's very soothing when you're feeling discomfort, or not feeling safe or comforted, and you're really needing that, or some human connection. Tea, a bath. and then get, a heating pad, things like that, and then journaling and really connecting in. And the other great thing to do is with that nighttime routine is make it luxurious about you. Take a nice warm bath or shower, put on some beautiful lotion and your pajamas, get into bed, get a good book, guys, whether it's an audiobook or something that's good to read, like something like a good beach read or something salacious or just something that you look forward to, and get out of sitting in front of the TV. And these are, I just gave you so many things that can support you. So I just wanted to say thank you guys again for your time and your energy. There are so many questions there's so many. I feel like we had so many people in the challenge, which is so awesome. I went through self-care practices. I also went through my skincare routine. I know you guys always ask me about my skin. I went through makeup and how to look natural, and also, take it one step further. I just went through food and emotional regulation. I also went through conquering emotional eating. I've also talked about how to remove sugar. We did a whole day on that. I already answered how to build muscle. And stay tuned. I have something really cool coming for you guys. If you did not register for the challenge, register below so that you get the emails, because you guys are going to, I have something cool that I'm creating based off of things that you've told me. And please, if you did not, subscribe, sign up for the challenge. And if you want more like this, let me know. And stay tuned, because we have other long form videos coming out. I always have a video come out on Sundays and on Thursdays here on my channel regularly, and then obviously post stories, community posts. But I'd love to hear from you. I want to get to know you, and I want to know, what is your extraordinary? What's your next level? What are you feeling called to? And what had you come here today? Because that is what I want to hear about. And if you're interested, join Limitless Academy. It's an amazing place to be, and it is fully curated, and it's me live with you by your side. So come and join us, check it out, see what it's all about. $66 ends tonight. Love you all, and I will be off to Italy tomorrow. So you will get our other video on Thursday, and this is the last day of the challenge. I've loved being with you every day at 11 live for 30 days straight. It has been absolutely epic and amazing, and I can't wait to continue on this journey with you. Don't let the momentum stop now, guys. Keep going. We need you. And this is you showing up for yourself. And I believe in you, and I'm here for you every step of the way. And I will guide you, I will show you, and come and be in support and community. And let's show the world what you're really here to do. But most of all, let's show you. Prove to yourself. And like I said, I will believe in you until you do. You're meant for great things, and you are always meant for extraordinary, not ordinary. You know it, and so do I. And that's why you're here, because you know you're meant for more. And now is your time. So let's rise. I'll see you in Limitless. All my love, guys. And the first 3 that sign up get that bonus with me. Bye.